Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you have not subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so. And God bless Biafra. INEC staff used by OYETOLA arrested, and he implicated the tribunal chairman, Justice KUME, is now crying from hiding. He claimed that TINUBU bribed and threatened his family. And the only solution right now is Biafra restoration. The OSUN State Election Tribunal Chairman, Justice KUME, cries out from hiding that the APC presidential flag bearer threatened and bribed the tribunal panel with 10 billion naira each, while Justice B.A. Ogboli gave a dissenting judgment, and Chief Magistrate Rabi Basha abstained from voting, and both of them refused to collect the bribe. But the tribunal chairman, Justice KUME, collected his because TINUBU urchins threatened to wipe out his family, as he claimed, if he did not deliver a favorable judgment for TINUBU's cousin, ex-governor OYETOLA. This is the more reason why Biafra must be restored. It was revealed how the OSUN State Governorship Tribunal all the judges, the three-man panel, were bribed billions of naira by TINUBU to deliver judgment in favor of his cousin, former governor OYETOLA. The election petition tribunal chaired by Justice KUME gave a voodoo judgment to sack the sitting governor, Ademola Adeleke. This shows how dirty the Zoological Republic of Nigerian's politics is and how fraudulent and corrupt the judiciary system is. The same way they bought corrupt judges at the Court of Appeal against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom and acquittal by the same court. The same way they fraudulently proscribed IPOB as a terrorist group using corrupt Fulani-controlled Nigerian courts. The zoo called Nigeria is in a complete mess, and it is doomed to fail this year, 2023. It will fail. The executive governor of Osun State, Governor Ademola Adeleke, has addressed the people of Osun State, stating his rejection of the tribunal judgment and affirming his appeal in High Court, which he has done already. This was how hopeless Uzodinjo, from nowhere, from a distant fourth position in the Imo State gubernatorial election, was imposed on Biafrans in Imo State by the Supreme Court. Because that's the trick the Fulani Janjaweed are now using. When they fail in their fraudulent selection process, they will now use the court to put their stooge and themselves in power. That's what they are doing. And that is why Biafran restoration has to come very fast. Adeleke observed the discrepancy in the judgment of the tribunal chairman, describing the outcome as miscarriage of justice. There was a split judgment the Governorship Election Tribunal, 2 members of the tribunal delivered 2 opposing judgments. The chairman and the member 1. The member 2 did not deliver any judgments as she abstained. The chairman's judgment affirmed the claim of overvoting, while member 1's judgment agreed with the PDP position as captured by Ľ machine, which is the primary source of accreditation of data of true accreditation on the day of election. But the corrupt judge, Justice KUME, connived with the arrested INEC staff and TINUBU urchins to use the secondary source of data, which is alien to even their corrupt, fraudulent electoral process that the Fulani Janjaweed designed to deceive the whole world, whereas they know how to circumvent it. They know how to circumvent it. That is why anyone supporting the zoo, they are only wasting their time. Nothing good can come out of the zoo as long as the Fulani Janjaweed are the ones leading. Nothing good. Due to the fraudulent tribunal ruling in Osun State, protesters who prevented vehicular movement along major roads in Osun State beat up many commercial motorcyclists that were operating in the town, while many commuters were stranded and had to trek long distances to their destinations. Many business places did not open to customers over the fear of attack by hoodlums, TINUBU urchins. But the compromised Nigerian security agencies did not come after them because they were fighting to support the Fulani fraudulent 1999 constitution. And at the same time, they were fighting to support the Fulani fraudulent selection process called Nigerian elections. If they were fighting for freedom of their people, it would have been a different scenario. If it were to be Biafran freedom fighters protesting, the Fulani Nigerian government would have sent their killer squad to kill innocent Biafrans fighting for their rights. They would have done that. They would have sent their killer squad to massacre innocent Biafrans. The Fulani Janjaweed know what they are doing. They have bastardized the judiciary system in the zoo called Nigeria. The zoo has no judiciary. All of them are corrupt. All of them are corrupt. And that is why you cannot get a favorable judgment in any of the zoo courts. Even if you get a favorable judgment, the Fulani Nigerian government will never obey any court order that is not favorable to them. They will not. Just as they are doing, or just as they did to our great leader, ₦ฑ์ Nnamdi Kanu, they will not. Imagine the court that they controlled told them that ₦ฑ์ Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer and they cannot try him in any court in Nigeria. Yet, the Fulani Nigerian government refused to obey the order. Instead, they went and bought fraudulent corrupt judges that gave them a fraudulent, favorable judgment and rulings. Yet, they refuse to release our great leader. You know, Biafrans don't want a nation where all this fraud caused by Fulani Janjaweed. They don't want any nation like that. They don't want an insecure nation, just as the Fulani Janjaweed have made Nigeria insecure. Biafrans want a nation that things are working, infrastructures are working, you know, everything working. Not like the zoo, where things are not working. The Fulani Janjaweed, they benefit when things are not working. They benefit in times of insecurity and terrorism. That is why they have turned terrorism and kidnapping and banditry into billion-dollar business empire for the Fulani terrorists. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video. And bye-bye for now.